Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Courtside Investor podcast. I'm your host, the Card Boss. Today, I got a very special episode. So, a lot of you guys have been asking me on what exactly goes on behind the scenes. I've been telling you guys that I've been busy, preparing for auctions every single day. So, I thought maybe today's video is going to give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek on what exactly happens. And this is in real time. Okay, so today is July the 24th. It's about 8:40 p.m. local time in Malaysia. It's probably on the Thursday morning for you guys in the US. So what that means is on Thursday night, there's a lot of auctions tonight for you guys, okay, or tomorrow morning for me in about 12 hours or so. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take you guys through a bunch of auctions, okay, whereby my watch list, the stuff that I'm looking at, the stuff I'm looking to bid, and just give you guys a bit of flavor on the train of thought I have behind some of these stuff and why of all weeks I chose this week, because it's a pretty important week. So we're only about 1 week away from the nationals. Obviously, I'm not there. I'm not going to be there for the nationals. It's pretty far away. But for a lot of people, nationals is like the biggest thing. It's a Super Bowl for the sports card hobby. So a lot of people are preparing, whether or not they're preparing to have lots of cards to bring to the show or lots of cash to spend during the show. But either way, auctions that happen during or the auctions that happen before the nationals is pretty important because people are trying to cash out or people are just trying to acquire more inventory to bring to the show. But of course, when you're buying stuff, with just about a little less than a week to go, it gets a bit tricky when it comes to shipping and stuff like that. So not exactly sure how it works for you guys over there, but what I do know is tonight for you guys, it's a pretty big deal. So we got a lot of auctions that's running ending tonight for you guys. All right. So there is the Fanatics Collect Premier. There is, of course, the weekly Goldin auction. There's the weekly Alt auction. And for me as well as have my daily card hobby auctions as well. So I'm going to take you through some of the stuff that I've already flagged for my watch list. I'm going to go through the train of thought on what I'm thinking, why am I, considering to buy it, whether do I have to stand a chance, run through, just basically, get into my head and just talk through the process, right? So I'm going to go through by sharing my screen, and I hope you guys enjoy this episode. Okay, so I'm going to start sharing the screen now. All right, so let's dive in. Okay, we're going to start with card hobby, right? So let me just blow this up. All right, so only 2 cards, as you can see, for card hobby tonight for me. Okay, so I got this SGA. You guys can see this here. So just try to fix this. Right. So I got this SGA Rookie 2018 Prism Purple number to 75 PSA 10. You can see right now the bids here is almost $2,700. Now there's a 5% buyer's premium for card hobby. So the comps for this is roughly about $3,500 or $3,600. So we're quite a fair bit away from the actual comps. So for me, I tend to kind of like go in, roughly about maybe 80 to 85% of comps, taking into account the 5% buyer's premium to give me a bit of room to work with. So I still, based on my calculations, I still have a bit of room on this one to go up. This auction ends at 9:30 local time. It gives me about 45 minutes to go to bid. Smaller card here is a 1996 Kobe EX 2000 Stardate rookie. This is one of the nicer looking rookie cards for Kobe. This is just a PSA 8, okay, and sitting under $200 at the moment. I think comps for this card is roughly about 500. So again, there is some room to work with, and that's something I'm looking at right now. So this small stuff for card hobby today, and I'm gonna go through the next big one. Next one would be for. Let me go to the next screen. It will be for Alt. Just a bunch of tabs, guys. All right, so now we're all weekly auction. So you can see that I got a couple of things here. I got a LeBron Exquisite 2007. This is this autograph patch number 35, BGS 8.5. You can see the current bid now is $11,900, and I have my max bid here $11,004. I think comps, there isn't exact comps for BGS 8.5. I think BGS 9 was going for about 18K on Goldin, I believe, last month or the month before. And there's a BGS 8 that went for about 13K in May. So I think that the rough price on this particular 8.5 is going to land around roughly about 15K after buyer's premium. So for all, I think it's a 20% buyer's premium. So you will be looking at maybe a high bid of about 12,500. But I feel a bit iffy on this one. Even if I bid at 12,005 there and do actually win this card, there's actually not much room left for me to make a bit of profit on this. So I might actually just stay away from this one. This Steph Curry actually put in a bid here, $7,000. Currently high bid is $8,000. It's a 2018 Immaculate Premium patch. Beautiful patch, number 15. Let me just blow this up here. So nice looking patch, BJZ. Unfortunately, they don't have an auto grade. So what that means is basically the auto's not very nice on this one. All right, moving on. This is the one that I like. This is a 2018 Mosaic Black 101 SGA PSA 10 rookie. And this is currently sitting at $14,010, and I'm currently the high bidder at 15,500. So with this black, of course, the Mosaic, he's in his Clippers jersey, and Mosaic's not one of the, I would say, the premium products. One of those side sets, if you may, back in 2018. Luca BGS 9.5 Black 101 sold, I believe, in 2020. That's during the peak time. Sold for about $70,000. But I think that's not a very good comparison. I think that the one that I would compare is a recent sale of the Wemby Mosaic Rookie PSA 9. That's sold on Finance Collect. I believe last year, November, or is it October? And that's sold for $40,000. But of course, that was the start of the season. So you believe that the cards, trending a bit higher towards then. For this SGA, I think the fair value on this SGA, I would think it's, because it's PSA 10, I would think it's maybe about $60,000. Given where we are now, in the off season, I think that is something worthy of a pickup for anything below $30,000, and that's just my opinion. Okay, so this is something I'm going to be watching out tomorrow for me, or in the next 12 hours. Next up, I got a couple more. Another LeBron 2005 Noble Nameplates Exquisite BGS 8, number 25. This is already sitting close to $15,000, and I believe the comps is roughly about $20,000 for a BGS 8. So we're quite near the comps. Again, not much room to make on this one. Just monitoring the price just to take note on the fluctuations. I'm not intending to bid this one at all. Another small Kobe NT Peerless. We have seen a couple of these close on auctions recently. I think the BGS 9.5 gold number 10 Peerless sold last week for about $5,000. So this is Emerald. That's number 5 BGS 9. No doubt it's a lesser number by half, but it's just a BGS 9 copy. Where do I think this will land? Maybe about 4,500 after buy premium. So kind of a bit about there on this Kobe. Not going to make any attempt on this one. So for me, all this week is just going to be monitoring this particular SGA Black 101 Mosaic. Currently, I am the high bidder. I don't expect this amount to stick. All tend to jump the numbers towards the end of the auction. So unlike the others, if you look at Finance Collect or Goldin, most of the time, you kind of be about 70 or 80% of the price, roughly about 12 hours leading into the auction. But for what I've noticed is the price tend to jump really, really high towards the last 4 hours or even during extended bidding. So don't trust the prices that you see at this moment, especially for very big card like this particular Black 101. All right, next I'll move to Goldin. Now Goldin, I don't have much stuff. It's basically just one card, and it's just this 20 Prism Mojo Autograph Rookie SGA BGS 9.5. Currently, high bid is 5,750. My max bid is 5,500. It's just a shotgun bid. Comps on this card, I believe it's about 15 to 18K. A PSA 10, I believe it's about $20,000 or $21,000. So I believe a BGS 9.5 would be around the 15K mark. So still a fair bit on this one. not really motivated to win this one. If it's gonna close a bit lower, I'm just gonna put in a progressive bid for this. I'll be stoked if I can get this for under 10K, which I don't think so. No, realistically speaking, I think this is gonna close near to comp. So my expectation about 15K in total. All right, last up, the biggest auction of the week, which is the Fanatics Collect Premier Auction. Now, a bunch of these cards, there's a lot of cards on the weekly auction. Okay. So there is actually 100 odd cards, I believe, for basketball, and I've narrowed down to just, I think, 9 cards, right? So now I'm not exactly going to bid any of them. Again, some of these cards are just for monitoring purposes, but I'm going to take you through some of them and why I think they're important. Firstly, you can see this Caitlin Clark goal here. So this throwback number 10, PSA 8, and I think that the last one that was sold for $30,000 back in May. It was sold roughly about like 3 months ago. So this is sitting at $3,700. A bit unusual, but maybe this is probably going to jump towards the end, which I fully expect. So given how popular her card is at the moment, but could be because of the royalty that's hot at the moment with the flawless, the immaculate. So therefore, maybe stuff like this common sticker auto prisms maybe just get a bit overlooked. Still a gold prism, still nice. I may actually just jump into it if the price is all right. But I do fully expect this card to jump up towards later and towards the auction. Next one of the biggest Shaquille O'Neal here. Masterpieces. Let's try and zoom this in if I can. There we go. This is a 1-of-1 from 1998 Ultra, right? Huge Shaq card. And definitely not gonna close at 36. This could easily be a, $80,000 card. I have no idea how to value this card. I'm just here just to monitor. I think that Adam Gray mentioned that this is probably the top 5 Shaq card of all time. So, below the PMG Green and a couple of others as well. Definitely a nice looking card, this one. So I'm curious to see where this one ends. Next up, we have this Flawless. Try and zoom that in. All right. So we have this Flawless here, that's 2015 auto patch, Emerald number 5, PSA 8, I believe a PSA 10 sells for about like 40K. So this is before buyer's premium, 13K, roughly about maybe close to 18. I think this will go for about maybe 25, I believe. Okay, something for your monitor. Nice 3-color patch, obviously. Flawless auto patch are all great. This is highly collectible. But what it also means is this is actually, some people are just hoarding these Kobe's. So it's okay to buy at a good price with intention of resell quickly, but it's not something that you want to, park for a long-term hold. All right, next up, we have this LeBron 2003 Ultimate Gold. That's number 223. You can see here. This one's for more than $100,000 in the last premiere. So this is sitting at 27. Again, I expect this card to jump really hard. Not something I'm chasing for, but something that I am monitoring. Next up, Kobe 2015 Silhouettes. All right, let me just adjust this a moment. All right, technical guys. All right, so 2015 Silhouettes, the number 25, huge, nice looking patch. This one here. This is a BGS 8.5 only. Still all right on the grade. I think there was due to the corners of edges, corners and the surface 8.5. But nice looking patch, nice looking auto. This is a 10 for the auto. Definitely something that I want to be looking at. Currently sitting at 16,500. I think the one on Golden Soul last month, the BGS 9, less nice patch, if you ask me, that sold for about $31,000 for BGS 9, no doubt. But this is a stronger patch. I do think that the fair price on this one's roughly about 25K after the buyer's premium. Something that I want to be looking at for sure. Definitely going to post on my IG if I actually win this one. But again, nice looking patch. I prefer this card over the Flawless earlier. Okay, next one, 2003 SB signature incorporated LeBron James number 100. This is a PSA 10. Not true rookie auto, I would say, but definitely a collectible card. This is, I think, comps is going about like 15K. So this is sitting about 8,500. Definitely with room to move. Something for me to monitor again. Not something that I really want to pick up, but again, depends on the price. All right, final 3 cards here. Let's move on to this. Okay, next up, we have, this is the Dwayne Wade 2015 National Treasures logo man, BGS 7.5 number 3. Okay, it's currently sitting at $3,200. Pretty cheap for a logo man for sure. I think that with non-auto logos, it goes for about at least minimum of like $7,000 to $10,000. I think his Immaculate did very well, more than 10K. Number 3 as well. That's a 2015 Immaculate. But so I think that those are all in the Miami jersey. Logo mans would tend to do much better than the Bulls logo man. So something, decent pickup. The BGS 7.5, not really important here, but if it's anything under $5,000 before buyer's premium, something I definitely would want to pick up tomorrow. Another SGA Flawless RPA, not one of the nice looking RPA, but no doubt it's a BGS 9.5, game use patch, obviously, but very small photo of SGA. Don't really get much in this one here. Sitting at 6250, maybe I would say roughly about valuation about 12K, 15K. I think that's what the comps have. PSA 10, I think, believe was about 15K. So there's a lot of room on this one, but not the nicest RPA for SGA, no doubt. It's a nice RPA. Last card here, Jordan, right? This is the number jersey, number 223. And this is actually mine. Okay, so I have a full video on this one, why this is up for sale. We'll talk about it in more detail, why I'm selling this, what I'm getting back in return on this sale. It's a full-length story on this one. So currently sitting at $100,000. So if you guys follow my channel and watch my other video on how much value I gave for this Jordan, I give about 150K in value. So this one's here sitting after buyer's premium, it's about 120, less of the fees. This is roughly about 116, 115 at the moment. Okay, obviously that's down by about $35,000 to $40,000 loss. So we'll see where this one closes. You guys seeing right here is right now sitting at 100 grand. So we'll see how that's that. And all right. Basically, so that's it. Hopefully, I'm this is the first time doing the screen share thing. Hopefully, things come out correctly. And this guys take you a flavor on behind the scenes on what I'm looking at as far as auctions is concerned. Lots of activity going on. To wrap up, so I got an SGA bubble out of 75. That's on Car Hobby. That's ending in about 30 minutes from now. Maybe just gonna put a bid. Of course, there's the Hobby star date, a small bid on that. There's a Godin, there's a Mojo of 25. Don't really think I want to win that one, but again, if the price goes well, I don't mind winning. The old Mojo 101 Black, that's something I really want to look at. PSA 10, like I said, I'm comparing that to the Wemby. I think that's going to be a strong pickup if you can get it at a good price right now to bring to the Macau show later this year when the season begins. That's where I think that you might get the best value for this 101 rookie. Others on Finance Collect Premier, I touch on my Jordan, which is up for sale, and the cards I'm looking at is the main one is the Panini Preferred Silhouettes, the number 25, awesome looking patch, BGS 8.5, which I think the market value is going to close at roughly about 25K after buyer's premium. I think that's what's going to close. If you close anything for close to 30K, it's because it has nicer patch than the one that closed on Godin last month. There was a BGS 9. Other cards that's probably slip under radar might be the Caitlin Clark Gold PSA 8, given that the royalty products is out and about at the moment. So that's pretty much it behind the scenes on this one. So we'll see how this one ends. Will I do a recap video? Maybe depends on whether or not I win anything. Sometimes how this auction goes is you can aim a bunch of stuff. You can plan all you want, but sometimes people just get a bit more trick happy with auction gigs, and that's how usually it goes. Like I said, Nationals is next week. You're going to have a bunch of people who's holding on to their money, not want to spend much cash this week because concerned for Nationals. You got some people who's willing to spend money this week just to pick up good inventory to bring to the show. So we'll see what we're going to get, and we'll see whether or not I'm going to pick up any interesting stuff that I just mentioned earlier in this video. All right, that's it for this one from the Courtside Investor. Thanks for watching, guys. Do like, subscribe if you like my content. We'll have more content in the future. Cheers. Cowboys out.